It's my work at home day, record podcast day. Hence being in my jammies. I, for, well, some of you know I have coaching consulting side gig also. And the module that I just created for January was about reflecting on 2020, not in the normal way, but in a way to see if your behaviors, thoughts, actions, beliefs were where they needed to be in order to feel what you wanted to feel at the end of 2020 and do what you wanted to do. Because we need both parts of any goal, of any plan. We need strategy and we need the feeling. And what happens when we have one or the other is we don't achieve it, we don't reach it, we don't get to where we're going. So one of the things I want to talk about is expectations, and I'm going to be looking at back into 2020, just what I was teaching and what I meant by it. But now, how do you create different thoughts, beliefs going into 2021? Because so many people were exhausted. They have lowered resilience. So many things, values changed, house changed, jobs changed, families changed. There was loss. And so many things happened that now the energy continues to come into the next year. How can we get back into that energy of what worked and what didn't work and pivot so that 2021 can look different, can be different, can feel different, and you can accomplish what you set out to accomplish. Most people's New Year's resolutions are done by now. They're off track. So, just a reminder that you can get back on track any day. You can get back on track every Monday. You can get back on track the first of every month. Whatever you need to do to get back on track and move towards what you want will get you there faster. So expectations. I had a conversation yesterday with a gentleman who was just, we were talking about what last year brought in terms of health. And he said, well, I've just kind of been justifying how I felt and not wanting to talk to many people, but because of COVID or because of stress, because of masks, because of all the things, right? And so instead of moving through that, he kind of just took it as, well, I guess this is how it goes. And so what I'm seeing now in terms of the end of the year, the end of last year, how people wanted it to be different, right? And it's not going to be different until we really change how we're thinking. When we change how we're thinking and we can be aware what triggers us, what makes us come alive, now our beliefs about it change, our actions about it change, our personality, our temperament, and our results totally change based on thinking differently. So where do you feel like expectations are really high? Where do you feel like the pressure is just about too much to handle? Because there's been a lot of control, a lot of pressure, a lot of expectations, a lot of right, wrong, a lot of black, white in a so-called free country that so many people are struggling with probably the most is that. Because now we're told what to do, we're told how to feel, we're told how to live. And if it doesn't feel right, we feel like we don't have an option, but we do. We have an option, we have an opportunity to change. So looking at where do you feel a lot of pressure, a lot of expectation? And if you think about your health right now, is it where you want it to be? If you think about your mindset right now, is it where you want it to be? If you think about the results you're getting in your life, how you're feeling in your life, is it what you want it to be? Because if not, you can change it. Then the expectation around what you need to do or who you need to be by someone else is not yours. You can change it at any moment. So look back and just like quickly, 5-10 minutes, observe what worked and what didn't work. Observe where you felt like there was so much expectation for you to be perform in a way that maybe you didn't, maybe you couldn't, maybe your values changed and now what mattered to you then doesn't matter to you anymore. How can you see that and see that all play out, right? It's like canvas picture. See how it all played out and now erase it. Now clean the slate so that 2021 doesn't create the same thing. Where did you feel like you were out of balance? Where did you feel like you were totally on purpose? Those are all the things to ask yourself. And what can I do today in this moment to make it different? And so that when your thoughts are different, when you think differently about something, you take different action, and the results will inevitably become different. So I urge you to look back. Look through 2020, as painful as it may have been. Look through what worked and what didn't work, what felt good, what didn't feel good. Did you achieve what you wanted to achieve? Without excuses, without judgment, without guilt, without shame, without resentment, without regret, none of that bullshit. What worked and what didn't work? Did you get to where you wanted to go? If you didn't, pivot. Figure out where you need to pivot. Figure out what the things are that you really want. How do you want to feel? What do you want to do every day? How do you want that to feel in terms of the impact that you're making? And now start making a plan for your 2021. Because when we put feeling together with achievement, that's when we reach those goals. That's when we create the legacy or the destiny or whatever you were looking for this year, as it's all part of that plan, part of being more connected to who you are right now. So thank you guys. Happy Tuesday. Remember, reflect. Bye.